looking at leg day, my favorite day of the week. I know a lot of people don't like doing leg day, which I've never understood, but I guess that might just be a me thing. Like I was saying, being a little bit of a bigger guy most of my life, my legs have always kind of been the one part of my body that's always been a little bit more gifted, strength-wise. So, definitely excited to get in there, get another one down. Probably about 10, 15 years ago now, probably about 10, I started having issues with my left knee, and it's not like actual, like an injury or anything like that. It's just every once in a while I would notice that my knee would get weak, and I would just be walking along, and all of a sudden my knee would give out on me. And not like, again, no injuries, no nothing. It's just like I'd take a step, and my left leg, when I go to stand, when I go to make that step, my knee just buckles, and I sometimes I would damn near fall over. I just always attributed it to my weight. So as I started to lose the weight, I haven't had any issues or anything like that. I've done plenty of leg days where I was pushing plenty of weight. Plenty of leg days, pushing plenty of weight. Then I had probably 2 sessions ago, like two weeks, two cycles ago, I was doing a leg day, and my PR on leg press is 600 pounds, which it's a lot of weight, but comparative to my body weight, I know there's a lot of people out there that can put up numbers like that are a lot smaller, which I know I shouldn't be like comparing myself based off other people, and I really, for the most part, like, it doesn't bug me that much, but I don't know. The only reason I preface it so much on these videos is because I know, the number one thing when it comes to fitness and lifting and stuff like that is people just love shitting on people for, well, I can do 5 pounds more or 10 pounds more. It's like, I mean, I'm happy for you, man. I hope everybody watching can outlift me, but in my mind, that's not that hard to do. So anyway, went down for a rep. I think my leg presses are going a little bit too deep, but went down a little bit for a rep, and it wasn't on the leg press, it was on machine squats. Now I do machine squats because I have a little bit of issue with stability on my regular squats. I'm still doing low weight on my regular squats to kind of get my form down a little bit better. So machine squat went down. I think I was doing like 360 or 450 on the machine squat. I get to the bottom, and my knee's like, we are not going back up, buddy, at all. So, and I sat there and kind of budged it for a minute, and just would not go. So I ended up having to, I was able to get it back up and re-rack, but it was very heavily using my right leg to drive a little bit there. So I ended up having to cut that leg day early, and I wasn't happy about that, but it was what it was. So I had bought my wife a while back. I bought her a knee brace to help out whenever she was doing her workouts. So I ended up seeing if I could borrow that. It seems to be helping quite a bit, so I'm glad for that. With leg days, my philosophy is 100% ass backwards compared to, my safe approach with everything else. And I don't know why. It's the way I like to do it, and it's really dumb, but I've continued to do so, and I like it, So I started off with machine work, and then I moved to the more dangerous, sketchy stuff towards the end. Like, again, it's leg presses. I'm still on a machine. There are little safety measures in place to keep me from crushing myself, but it's still sketchier than the regular machine stuff I'm using. So usually I'll start out with leg extensions and seated leg curls. Both very solid workouts. I love doing them. I'm able to put up a lot of weight. I'm really able to fatigue the hell out of my legs doing them. So I'll do four to five sets both of leg extensions and seated leg curls. Then when I'm finished, I'll move over to lying leg curls. So where you're laying out on that, they have like a bench basically. You lay down and it's the exact same thing. You're just doing it in the laying position now. Leg curls, I'll do 4 to 5 sets of those, and I'll superset those with glute. There's a glute kickback machine, and it's a single leg kind of deal. So you it's a hell of a contraption. I'll be honest. If you feel weird using some of the weirder machines, I mean, I understand, but I am not. I'll get, I've seen some of the videos of the Torque Master 5000. Some people got in their gyms. I'm glad I don't have one of those, because goddamn, if you put it in front of me and tell me that it burns calories, I might have to try it out. So anyway, but the glute kickback machine and the lying leg curls, I superset those. Then when I'm finished with that, I will start doing, I do machine adductors and abductors. So it's adduct as an ADD and abduct as an ABD. I can't tell the two apart. I know there's a difference between the two, but I can't remember which one's which. But one of them, you have 2 pads that go on your thighs, and you're pressing inward, so you're basically taking your thighs from a fully outstretched position, and using your thighs to mash inwards, kind of like a thigh master, if you've ever seen one of those. I mean, some of you might not even know what the hell that is, but your grandma might have one. But yeah, you bring it in inward position, and then the other one is you readjust the seat to where now mine is, both machines are in one. Some gyms it's one or the other. So for mine, I adjust it all the way out, and then you like, it's kind of a hell of a thing trying to get into the machine. You straddle it and swing your leg over, and then you move from an outstretched position inwards, and you just do as many reps as you can there, burning it out. And then the other one is you slide the pads all the way in, so then you wedge your legs between, and then you're working to spread. Like I said, it's definitely not like the highlight reel material for your videos, but it works the inside, outside of your thighs. I can definitely feel burn on those. And again, like I said on my chest day video, if you're gonna hit a body part, hit the fucking body part. You know what I mean? Don't leave out one spot or the other, especially if it's like you're not doing it because you don't want to be looked at weird. I mean, I understand people are worried about being judged, and if that's you, if it gets you in the gym, stay in your comfort zone a little bit. You know what I mean? Just get in there, get started, get used to it, get a feeling going. Get familiar with the machines, and then start to experiment. I'm not saying you got to go in there and jump on the Torque Master day one. I mean, more power to you if you can, but don't not do something because you're worried about what other people think. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? So yeah, when I do leg days are quads, hamstrings, calves, glutes, abductors, adductors, everything. If it is attached to if it's from the waist down, I'm doing it. So yeah, the 2 thigh master variations. Then I'll go over to now, if you don't have those, by the way, if you don't have an abductor or an adductor machine or a glute kickback machine, I've got these. I bought them from Gym Reapers on Amazon, and it's like a Velcro thing. So that the Velcro wraps around your leg, and it's a cuff. So you cuff it in a specific position wherever you need to on your leg, and it turns a cable machine into an abductor, adductor, or a glute kickback machine. I mean, you can do all sorts of stuff with this. They're really nice, really good quality. Only reason I don't use them is because you know, the exercise I mentioned, when you're doing this with a cable, you know, you're standing a lot of times, and it's you're doing one leg at a time. I like doing the machines because I can work both legs at the same time. I would argue that these give you more of a workout because you're getting more stability out of them. But I still keep them. I used them for a long time, but I keep them just in case. You know, you never know when a machine might go down or something. But that's an option if your gym doesn't have the machines. And I think I spent 10, 15 bucks on those. If you guys are looking for some decent little workout equipment, you know, not equipment, but like the gear that you might need in the gym, and again, unless you're looking at getting crazy with it, most people probably won't need it. But I bought a lot of stuff through that company, Gym Reapers, and I'm pretty satisfied with a lot of the things I've gotten from them. I've got some wrist wraps here, or not wrist wraps, but the lifting straps through them. And they're pretty nice. It's got a little loop on the one end, and then you wrap around your wrist, feed the stray end through that loop, and then wrap it around the bar, and you got a little extra purchase on whatever you're lifting. So I also got my lifting belt through Gym Reapers. It's real nice. They got pretty big sizes too for big people. So it took a little bit while to get it, but when it showed up, it's nice. So finish the thigh machines, move over. I start doing machine squats. I like the machine squats because they help keep you pretty stable. Squats are a very important exercise. I think everybody should do them. They are for a beginner, they're very suspect looking. You know, it's an uncomfortable position you're putting yourself in, especially if you're on the larger side, especially in front of people or a crowd. But it's one thing I would really suggest trying to work through that, because squats are a hell of a workout that you're leaving on the table if you're not doing them. So machine squats, even though they're not as good with the core stabilization and stuff as regular squats do, you can still get a good workout with them. And I would even argue I get a better workout with it because how weak my regular squat game is. I can push a lot of weight with the squat machine, and I'll do the machine squats, and then I'll do leg presses, which leg presses are that's where I'm able to push that weight, you know. When I finish that, I will then go, and again, ass backwards, but I will go and jump on barbell squat, back squats in a rack. I've got safety bars. There's no reason to be, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage, blow your fucking back out or crush your spine because you're too cool for squat bars. And let's see, do that, and then it depends on how I'm feeling. Then I'll usually do some lighter deadlifts and trap bar lifts. You know, because it's right after my back day. I don't want to be going like crazy all in on it, but I'll sorry, a little bit of construction, but I'll definitely get some work in, because it is definitely a leg workout for sure. You know, one that I feel like I've been neglecting, and I don't know if I'll do them today, but at some point I need to work on putting them in, is the RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. They're amazing for hamstrings. It's very much kind of like a deadlift from what I've seen, but you're keeping your legs as stiff as you can, and kind of using most of your hamstrings to stretch out and then contract back in. Amazing workout or exercise, excuse me, but just something I've got to start incorporating a little bit more. And so once I finish the deadlifts and the squats, then final workout of the day, calves Calves, to me, it's simple. It's more tedious. It's more of a chore than anything else. But it's definitely something you want to do. Even me, I mean, I've got, in my opinion, I've got great calves. It's the one part of me that looks good. I mean, not to be shitty, like it's the one part of me that is muscular and half-ass tone looking, like already. You know, I've got to work on my weight and looks in a lot of areas, but calves, for the most part, aren't one of them. So, and you know, there's plenty of variations for calves. You can even do superset your calves with your squats. You know, if you're doing squats, you go up, you lower down parallel, bring yourself up. When you get to the top, go into a calf raise, and then go right back down into your next rep. You can, I mean, there's so many different ways to do calf raises. You can do them on a leg press. You know, just work it like a calf raise right there. My gym's got a seated calf raise. I like doing them like that, so that's what I'll usually do to finish mine off. And again, if you're not being a neglectful gym goer, you would have your cardio in there as well. Unfortunately, I've been super neglectful, and I need to work on that. So I personally, like I said, I'm a big fan of the incline treadmill, but a lot of people seem to like the elliptical. I've never understood the fascination with it. Maybe it's just me, but every time I get on there, I feel like I'm just so worn out. Like, really, I'm either worn out really fast, or I feel kind of silly, like I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? It might just be me. Stationary bike's another good one, but I'm not ready for the stair climber yet. I need to get a little bit more weight off before I start pressing that. Now, if you're doing the Stairmaster, I mean, to me, that's elite level. That's, you know, that's the final boss for cardio. That stair climber. So, kudos to you, Stairmaster users. You guys are the champs. So yeah, got my vitamins in. Today was a little bit later. I had to go do some work stuff, so hoping there's not a ton of people up at the gym. We'll see what happens. Trying to think of what else. Today's meal prep day. Again, everything's getting thrown off because of the time. So if I'm able to, I want to get the tripod out, set it up, and I want to get, if not some video, at least some quick photos, and maybe I can do a narration over top of it, kind of walk you guys through what I'm doing for my meal preps. Like I said, I'm coming up on like 7 or 8 months now straight of this is you know, about 90 to 95% of my calorie intake every single day is these meal preps. I make it once a week. For me personally, seven dishes. My wife started doing them with me a couple months back. She's not a big fan of the one meal a day kind of thing. And again, I have my protein shakes and stuff, but let's be honest, it's not a real meal, you know. So for her, I basically did the exact same thing, but I just cut the portions in half and made twice the amount. So whereas I have 7 bowls, one for 7 days of the week. She has 14 bowls. They're just smaller bowls, you know, for the portion sizes, of course. And it's, you know, two per day. So she has one for lunch, one for dinner. And she's doing the intermittent fasting thing with me too. So it's pretty cool, you know. If you and your spouse, husband, wife, whatever, can do stuff like that together, I think it's pretty badass. You know, not only are we both working on trying to watch our weight and just eat healthier overall. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of money we've saved on fast food, you know, because, you know, I'll try and see if I can even do a little bit of a price breakdown on my meal preps as well, because I'm telling you, I'm saving so much money compared to when we used to eat out. And you know, my wife doesn't complain. You know, if you think about it, I'm doing all the cooking for me and my wife, because I prep it all up, and that's pretty much all we eat, you know. So yeah, I'm hoping I have something for you guys on that front. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the pre-workout video. I'm not sure what all we'll have on the post-workout, but we'll get there when we get there, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for the tomorrow's arms. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of your day.